Hi guys, this is Max, aka Max. Welcome back to another video on the channel. I'm actually gonna teach you guys how to actually craft the Ronaldinho SBC for half the price. I'm gonna talk about the market, what to expect for content, and of course what to invest in. Now actually one of the best kind of content we have gotten yesterday, it's actually our Futties Cup, because some of the stuff that you get here, it's absolutely fantastic. We get some fodder pack 83 by 2. We get a Futties Ronaldo, high 4-star 4-star. Not bad, not bad at all. 83 by 3. We get a Ivan Jamie, who I personally feel is fodder because he has a medium attacking work rate for a cam. Not that ideal, even though he has the premium Futties link. 85 by 3, 84 by 7, 85 by 5, 85 by 10. We also got a Musa. I think this Musa is actually pretty useful. 5-star, 4-star. OG FIFA players would know that this guy, was actually part of a fearsome fun tree, in Roma, along with Gervinho as well. So this guy is actually pretty good in game. I think he's a very, very good winger. Gets full cam as well. And most importantly, the best card in this objective is Lamar himself. 5-5 Lamar. High work rate. He also has the premium Futties link. He will actually be very, very good in game. If y'all remember earlier on in the game, even for his gold rare card, he's actually fantastic as a box-to-box midfielder. So if you need a box-to-box midfielder, I believe that this is the guy for you. This guy will probably walk into my first 11 as well. He also has the finesse shot outside the foot shot trait. Absolutely fantastic kind of objective that we have at this point in the game itself. So the cup itself, you can only play 6 games a day, and you need to have 2 Futties player in your first 11. I believe that yesterday some of my viewers weren't actually able to play the cup because of a glitch, but as of right now it's already patched, so you will be able to play the cup right now. We also got a Inaki Williams objective as well. 5-star, 4-star. Now this guy, he's absolutely rapid in game, very, very fast, very, very strong. Previously, the only issue was actually his weak foot, but now that it's 4-star, it's actually going to be way better. He has the outside the foot shot trait, so this is actually very, very easy to complete. All you have to do is just make sure that you actually have 3 La Liga players in your first 11, and the rest should pretty much take care of itself. Fantastic, because again, you can do this in champs and rivals, don't have to play squad battles. I would say, go and give him a go. Try him out at striker, and he should be really, really good for you. Now let's talk about the players, in Team 3. If we take a look, there are a couple of, top tier players, and there's none more top tier than your Neymar. 5-5. I was quite surprised at the fact that he wasn't actually extinct yesterday. I thought he was going to be extinct like Ronaldo. He actually came onto the market at about 11.7 mil, dropped all the way to about 7.6 before rebounding back up. So I'm just glad that, he's not extinct. We also have a 5-5, Gabby Jesus. Let's look at the stats itself. He has high work rate. Of course, fantastic overall card. So for this version, I have no doubt that he will be the top few strikers in game. Like I mentioned, his attacking AI, it's second to none. His only issue previously, has always been his 3-star weak foot. Now that he has that 5-star weak foot, he's gonna be very, very, very good in game. And I think your Arsenal fans, you guys must be creaming right now, because you have your front four of Jesus, Saka, Martinelli, as well as Odegaard. Personally, this is the card that I'm looking forward to the most, to actually try him out. We also, of course, have the return of your Red King. And this time, he's even more ratty because he's now 5-5. If you guys remember at the start of the game, so many people were actually, running that World Cup Al O'Wyron, and he's actually fantastically fast, down the wing. If we take a look at the rest of the cards, we also have, I would say, probably the best left back in game alongside Theo Hernandez. Him being at 550k, I think it's actually a very, very good price. And then we have Jadon Sancho as well. 5-star, 4-star, high medium. We actually packed him a couple of times on stream yesterday for Sancho. And of course, we also have, a couple of pretty decent players. I would say somebody like Diego Carlos, given his stocky body type, should actually play very well in game also. So those are the kind of cards that we have, along with, Ruben Neves, Futties Premium. For all those, all in all, I would say a very, very good Team 3. So we also, actually have a other content as well, right? Your Futties Best of, right? Batch 2 player pick. So the best thing about this, right, is the fact that there's actually no thoughts or no team of the weeks, right, required. So it's actually very, very cheap. It actually costs about 46k a pop. You just need a 84 rated squad. So I would say, this is probably something that you will want to do. You can actually rinse some of your lower rated fodder into this and try to see whether you can pack something good. I'm gonna go ahead to complete this, and then we'll actually rip this right at the end of the video itself. Now, yesterday, as expected, right, we got a early leak in the shape of Kunde, and his SBC was actually released yesterday as well. Let's take a look at the card itself, right, before talking about how good he actually is, right, in game. So he has high work rate, not very ideal for a center half. 3-star, 3-star. He's kind of on the short side. Great acceleration and sprint speed. Overall, fantastic stats, even though the agility and balance is kind of low. He has the power hater trait as well. And let's actually talk about the cost first before we talk about how he is, right, in game. 85, 87, 89 with 1 TOTS or 1 team of the week, as well as a 90 rated squad. So of course, he doesn't come cheap at 583k. But given how good he is in game, given his French and Barca links, right, I think that's actually a very reasonable price. Now, Kunde, how will he play in game? He actually, right, has very good jockeying. So if you're somebody who jockeys very well and you want a fast jockeyer, right, Kunde is your guy. He's also rapid in game. So I would suggest, right, you pair him up with a big and physical kind of a center half like Koulibaly, right, to actually get a very solid defense. So of course, right, with this SBC, right, your Barca links, right, actually went up because lots of people are doing this. So somebody like Futties Cassie, right, he went from about 615k all the way up to about 720k where he's currently chilling. I've also mentioned, right, you guys should always sell your cards, right, after you're done with the games because we get a daily Futties player SBC. What happens, when we got Kunde, somebody like your Moments Varane, right, will actually drop in price from about 230k all the way down to about 200k. Right, just before content, he started to drop also because, right, there were actually leaks that Kunde was already out. All in all, right, he dropped about 60k. Now, does this mean that Kunde is better than Varane? I don't think so. I think this version of Varane is still better than the 96 Kunde that we are getting. But, at the end of the day, right, people prefer to have SBCs, right, than to hold on to tradable cards. It's not all about which card is actually better. Now, of course, we have to talk about, this crazy SBC, right, that is the Ronaldinho SBC. Let's take a look at the card itself, right, before talking about the cost and everything, because I believe lots of people are actually kind of, upset, I guess. 5-star, 5-star, so he has that weak foot upgrade. His defending work rate actually got upgraded to medium. He's a 98 overall card, which is actually very high. I don't know what else we can say about the stats other than maybe the aggression is a bit low. Finesse shot outside the foot shot trade. Let's take a look at, the kind of squads that you are looking at, right, to actually complete him, right? We have lots of 87 squads. I think we have 688, 689, and then a couple of 90 rated and a couple of 91 rated. He was actually 5.5 mil on release, right? Now that your fodder has went up, he's actually all the way up at about 6.6 mil. So I mentioned in my previous video that if Dinho is 5.5, right, he will actually, right, be 6 mil very easily. So he's currently at 6.6. Now the fact that he's a 90 overall rated card makes him even more crazy. He is definitely expensive, but properly priced. Think about it, right? If this card was going to be on the market, right, he's going to be like 15 mil and he's going to be like extinct. The fact that it comes as an SBC and it's about 6.6 mil, right, it's a W in terms of value. I know we are like only less than about 6 weeks away from EAFC 24, but, good things don't come easy. I rather, right, they actually release, right, your good endgame players for us to grind, right, than cheaper and useless players. Let me know if you're completing the Dinho SBC. I haven't decided yet on, whether to complete it myself. I'll see what kind of upgrade packs, right, that we will be getting on later in the upcoming week. I will also talk about how to craft him for half the price, right, later on in the video. Now let's move on, right, and talk about what exactly, right, is in batch 2 because it's quite kind of important. So I have this up on my Twitter page, right? So as you guys can see, the top tier cards are your team of the year cards. which frankly, in my opinion, right, should have came in batch 1, not batch 2. And then we have a couple of birthday icons, we have a couple of birthday cards, FUT Fantasy, Future Stars, some UCL, Europa League cards, and some Team of the Weeks. So I'm kind of disappointed that we didn't get your Team of the Season even, given that batch 2, right, actually runs for 2 weeks. So this tells me, right, that we should have a batch 3. Why? Because, right, if you actually go and take a look, right, our newer cards, like your Shapeshifters, you know, even your Team of the Seasons, right, are not even in your batch 2. So I think after this batch 2 is here for about 2 weeks, we should get batch 3. So by the time, you know, the preseason promo comes around, right, it will probably be around the start of September itself, just 3 weeks before the new game is out. It's kind of disappointing that we don't have TOTS, right, because we actually need it for SBCs. I believe you need about 12 TOTS, right, to actually complete that Dinho SBC. I don't know, maybe EA wants to force us to play champs to get TOTS to complete Dinho. So again, the full list, right, it's actually up on my Twitter page for your batch 2. I'll leave the link down below, you guys can check it out. So do drop me a follow for the latest updates in the game. So if you actually go through the list, right, you realize, right, that we actually, right, only have 10 Team of the Weeks, right, for your batch 2 and no TOTS. This makes me think, right, that EA might actually, right, require other things for future SBCs. I'll talk more about this later. So what is this method that I'm talking about? How do you actually, right, craft Ronaldinho, right, for half the price? So what you want to be doing is, you can actually do your bronze pack method. So for those of y'all who don't know what the bronze pack method is, go to the store, open up bronze packs with coins. Sell those players that has value on the market, just sell them. Those who don't have value, right, open up a few bronze packs and then chuck them into this ultimate bronze upgrade. So once you have done that, right, do this a few times, and then once you have opened your ultimate bronze upgrade, right, whereby it should give you silver players, right, chuck your silver players into your ultimate silver upgrade. Again, do this a few times. So after you have opened up your ultimate silver upgrade, they will give you your gold commons, right? What do you do with your gold commons? Go and rinse all your gold commons into your 80 plus player pick. This one right here. Right, keep rinsing and rinsing and rinsing. And what do you do with the fodder here? You actually move on and go and complete your 85 by 10. Now your 85 by 10, right, actually refreshes, right, every single day, and you can actually, right, do it twice. When you do this SBC, on one hand, you're trying to pack all the latest cards in terms of the Futties. If you don't pack the Futties cards, no worries, because of the amount of special cards that we have right now, right, there's actually, right, lots of higher rated cards. So those higher rated, right, can actually go into your Dinho itself. So you might say, right, Max, we are actually already in August. That bronze pack method for me, right, it's actually too grindy. Okay, you can, you know, instead of buying fodder off the market, which is definitely the most expensive way to complete Dinho, what you can do is go and bid on your gold commons, right, at between 350 to 450 coins. Look at this. You should be able to win them quite easily. Same thing, go and submit them into your 80 plus player pick, rinse them into the 85 by 10, and again, whatever fodder you get has to go into Dinho. Now, if you need a team of the week to complete the Dinho SBC, I suggest, right, go and do the SBC, right, that you can actually do 3 times every single day instead of buying them off the market, because our team of the weeks right now, they are actually at about 28k a pop. So I've also already talked about this Futties Cup. This Futties Cup is actually very worth it to play. Go and play this Futties Cup, and then all the fodder packs that you're getting from this, right, 85 by 10, 85 by 5, so on and so forth, right, put all of them into Dinho, and all these cards, right, like Kwame, right, and then Winjado, right, if they don't make your first 11, what do? Chuck them into the Dinho SBC. Also, go and complete your champs objective. It gives you 2 times 85 by 5 as well as an 85 by 10. So all these will aid you in completing Ronaldinho. Also, go to your season progress, right? Go and take all your fodder packs, your 85 by 10. This one, I think the 84 by 7 is better, right? Take all your fodder packs. Forget about Ryan Ken, 84 by 25. You know, all these, right, will significantly, right, aid you in crafting Dinho. Even though for me, in this case, right, I probably would take Yota. So those are some of the methods, right, that you can do to craft Dinho for half the price. I still have more methods for you guys to actually make it even cheaper. Now, next thing you want to do, go through your club. See which players, right, that don't make your first 11, right, just chuck them into the SBC. Any players that doesn't make your first 11, go ahead and chuck them into the Dinho SBC. So for me, right, I know that, you know, Hakan is not going to make my team, probably, definitely. Cavani is not going to make my team. Kimmich probably won't make my team as well. Marquinhos also, because I already have so many good center halves. And then Ben Yedder, Corona, Roussillon, Götze. So just go through your club and go and chuck all the players that won't make your first 11, right, into Dinho itself. Now, what else can you do other than, you know, playing the games, you know, and mudding your club, right, of all the players? You can also take a look at some of the other, right, squad battles that you can play. Sorry for the menu lag. Because squad battles right now, they have actually updated the rewards, and it's actually way more worth it, right, to go and complete it. You can actually, right, you don't have to play that much. You just play up till goal 3, right, and I believe, right, you actually get a TOTS player pack, which is fantastic because TOTS players right now, they're actually at 45k a pop. So that is very, very expensive. Of course, if you can play 2 Elite 3 at least, it's even better, right? Because your Shapeshifter player pick, right, will definitely help in the higher rated side of the folder for your Dinho itself. So that is something you can do as well. Of course, go and play your champs, go and play your div rivals. So no matter what kind of a player pick or what kind of a SBC you have, right, what I would suggest, right, is just go and pick the player, right, that has a higher rating. So for example, you know, if you were to do any other SBCs like your best of, right, Futties Batch 2, right, just go and take the highest rated player and put that highest rated player, right, into Dinho itself. So these are all the different kind of methods, right, that you can do, right, to actually halve the price, right, of Dinho SBC. If you commit yourself and you basically, right, allocate all your resources, right, into completing Dinho, right, I can assure you, right, the SBC's price, right, will be cut by more than half. So that is something that you can do. So let me know in the comment section down below whether you will be doing Dinho, right? I haven't decided personally whether I'm gonna do Dinho. We will see. So let's talk about TOTS, right? Because they were actually not included, right, in your batch 2, you know, and they have actually went up and then went back down in price to about 46k or so, I believe. So the fact that, you know, it's not included in packs, definitely, right, make sure that they've actually maintained their price at about 46k. So I'm quite puzzled as to why EA, right, did not include TOTS in packs. They're probably, you know, trying to push TOTS into extinction because most of your TOTS are price fixed at 50k. So what you want to do right now is both PC and console players, right, you can invest in them. I would say try to get them, right, on Snipe at about 45.5k. You can also try to get them on bid at about 43k. So try to aim for those TOTS, right, that has a higher price range, like at least, right, 55k and above. So some of the players that I can think of, right, it's Di Lorenzo, Todibo, Tonali, right, all these all has a higher price range. So your discard team of the weeks as well, because of the fact that we only have 10 in batch 2, they are also holding their prices pretty well. So I believe right now, right, your discard team of the weeks, right, they're at about 27.5k. Personally, right, I wouldn't think that it's actually worth it to invest in them because remember, right, their max price range is 30k. So I wouldn't be looking at your discard team of the weeks. What you can be doing, right, it's actually, right, going for your 88 rated team of the weeks. So if we take a look at somebody like Jonathan David, right, I think he's actually pretty good because right now he's actually going for about 28, 29k and then his max price range is 42.5k. So that is fantastic for us. So console players, right, 28.5k max and then 28k on bid. PC players, right, 30k max, 29k on bid. Now you can actually also do your 89 team of the weeks as well. Console players 33.5k max, 32.5k on bid. PC players 33k max, 32k on bid. So personally, right, I really like your 88 team of the weeks. I think that they will do fantastically well. So just go for your 88 team of the weeks. So we have a leak confirmed by Sheriff himself in the shape of Futties Joko that will be coming. We're not sure whether it's a SBC, but my guess is it's very likely to come as a SBC. Now, if you need a cam, this is the guy for you. One of the few players, right, whose attacking AI is actually intelligent enough to play that role, right, is actually Joko himself. I've tried out his previous versions and it's actually very, very good in game. And I'm personally, right, gonna complete this SBC when it comes out because I personally need a cam for my team. So what other content, right, can we see today? We didn't get a best of batch 2 yesterday, right? We got a best of batch 1 last Friday, so we could potentially see that. So the requirements were actually a 84, a 85, as well as an 87 rated squad with one team of the week or TOTS. Also, we could possibly see the return of your TOTS or shapeshifter player pick. The requirements were a 85 rated squad with one team of the week and one TOTS. So we will also have the 85 by 10 refresh. The requirements 84, 86 with one team of the week and one TOTS. So with that in mind, what should we be investing in? So for your 82s, right, I really like the looks of it. Console and PC players, right, 2k max, 1.7k on bid. Your 83s, both console and PC players, 3.1k max, 2.8k on bid. Your 84s, console players 5k max, 4.7k on bid. PC players 3.8k max, 3.5k on bid. Your 85s, console players, right, 7k max, 6.7k on bid. PC players 6k max, 5.7k on bid. Now for your 85s, right, I would suggest, right, try to look for players, right, who have like a higher price range, right? So his price ceiling is 10k. There are a couple of 85s, right, that's actually higher. Somebody like Kyle Walker has a 13k price range. So if you have to pay between 250 coins to 500 coins, right, for like 11 to 12k price range, right, I think that is actually absolutely okay. So let's move back over here and talk about some other stuff that we have actually seen as well. Let's actually, right, go ahead and, rip open the Futties player pick as well as I believe I have an 80 plus player pick as well. Thank you guys for staying till, this part of the video. Let's open this and see what the pack weight is like. This should be really good, right, to go and craft your SBC, right, player that we have gotten. Batch 2. Okay, not bad. Like I mentioned, if I'm gonna craft Dinho, this guy, right, Pepin, is gonna go into Dinho. Let's move on and take a look at the store packs that we have gotten yesterday. We have gotten this Futties Echo pack that costs 250k. So, I'm not really that interested in this pack because of the fact that, it's best of batch 2, which means that you can't pack a brand new Futties pin card. So personally, I would not want to open up this pack itself. We will also have more packs released as well, in the shape of your 83 by 100 rare gold players pack, because I believe that most of our clubs are actually, right, very, very dry and empty right now, and everybody desperately needs fodder, especially for Dinho. So they should probably be released either today or tomorrow. Will they be worth it? Personally, I think you'll be better off, right, buying fodder with your coins if you actually want to spend coins on this pack itself. But of course, if you want to spend FIFA points for this 83 by 100, right, to go and replenish your club, that is entirely up to you. The question is, will this actually come as an SBC? Is it possible? Personally, I think it's very, very unlikely that this comes as a SBC. Even if it does, it's actually gonna be very, very expensive in my opinion, and it might not be that worth it to complete. We also have a Futties Premium Replay Pack as well. Contains 15 players from Best of Batch 2 with 4 guaranteed to be 90 or higher. So we should see these two packs, right, today and tomorrow. So I mentioned, right, there might actually, right, be a reason, right, as to why EA, right, only requires or rather why they only included, right, 10 team of the weeks and no TOTS in batch 2. That tells me that possibly they might ask for other things in SBCs instead of team of the week TOTS. So one area that is definitely neglected, right, is your TOTS moments. So moments right now, I believe they are at about 15k. Right, so of course what you can be doing is picking up your moments and hope that they will be required for SBCs. Now they are actually slightly high right now. What you want to be doing is getting on at content drop and then try to get them on bid at between 11 to 12k. It's actually very easy to get. If you get them on bid at between 11 to 12k, then there is no risk because these cards, right, can't possibly go lower than 10,750. And then what you want to do is what I call double investment. You can either sell them off as 88 rated cards, or you can sell them off as moments if they're actually required for SBCs itself. I'll talk more about the other kind of cards that could be needed, like possibly your foot birthday or your future stars, right, in subsequent videos. But for now, I think let's can actually pick up your moments itself. The whole time it's probably at least, right, 3 to 4 days that EA will actually require this in SBC, but I don't see any harm. Just do the double investment. So some of you actually have been asking me constantly, right, when is the best time to buy, you know, the cards, especially right cards that are actually in packs. So somebody asked me, right, you know, it's now a good time to be buying Hakimi. Now, whatever that's in packs, Hakimi Team of the Year is actually in your batch 2 itself. They will definitely drop down in price. So what I would do is just go and buy the card, finish your games, and then sell him off, because there's a constant supply, right? His price will continuously, right, drop off. So the same applies for your other Futties cards in packs right now, right? The likes of your Gabriel Jesus and Neymar. So I actually want to talk about the XP, right, that we have gotten as well. Your Futties Week 3 XP, because I actually didn't release a video yesterday. So what happened, right, when this objective drop, right, was, you know, it made Harry Kane go extinct. You don't even want to play 6 games to get Harry Kane. So Harry Kane was extinct at 75k. Honorable mentions Kane. Right now, he's actually back up on the market. You know, we should also see your daily bronze upgrades, right, tomorrow itself. So this will probably, right, help you in, you know, grinding your way to Dinho if you're doing the bronze pack method itself. So good news for your menu grinders. We should also see a Trophy Titans Torres SBC, right, on Monday itself. We have actually also gotten a Ivan Perisic SBC. He actually comes up to about 91k. The requirements, it's actually just a 86 rated squad itself. Let's take a look at the card itself, right, before we talk about anything else. So he's 4-5, high work rate. Fantastic stats. He can start as a central midfield also. So I don't think he's actually that great at cam. His attacking AI is just not intelligent enough. If you want to use him, I think his best position, right, is as a box-to-box midfielder. So if you have somebody like cover star Roberto Carlos and you like to play Carlos in midfield, what you can do is you can swap Perisic to left back in-game. He's not going to have any issues because he has 5-star weak foot. And then you can actually, right, play Roberto Carlos, right, as a box-to-box midfielder. Right, that is something that you can actually consider doing. Now, your Futties Team 3, right, was actually, right, accidentally, right, released way earlier on Thursday itself. So there were actually people in my Discord, right, who were actually packing, you know, Futties cards way earlier. So this is another member in the Discord, right, packing El Owyron very early. This was actually on Thursday itself. So they were in packs for about 5 to 6 hours, right, before, you know, EA actually removed them. So because, you know, they were actually released early, right, their price ranges, right, had some issues. They were actually capped at 10k. And I believe some people, right, they didn't look at the price range and they actually just listed the card up. So this is an example, right, of somebody who sniped Jesus for 10k. GG's if you managed to buy them, right? This person just made like 1.6 mil. I believe, right, this guy probably is using a sniping bot. He's probably not gonna snipe himself because, you know, it's actually so hard to do that. Let's talk about the profits in the Discord, right? This was from 2 days ago on Thursday itself. So we're actually selling your 84s, right, for as high as 7k. That's the reason why I mentioned that 84s are actually very good pickups. So on that note, right, my favorite ratings, right, for your PC players, right, is definitely your 82, 83s, and your 84s. Your console players, right, I think you're better served, right, concentrating on your 83s and your 84s. So those are my favorite ratings because they're going to do really well. Yeah, another page of your 84s. We're actually picking up 84s, right, at around 5k, selling at about, you know, 7k to all the way up to about 8k at one point. Right, like I mentioned, 83s as well, selling at 5.1 to 5.2k. 87 selling at 13k. We bought them for about 11k. More pages of 84s. So, you know, everybody in the Discord is making coins. You want to make coins, watch the YouTube video, join the Discord while it's still currently free. Yeah, more pages of 84s, right? Because you guys on YouTube, you only get the buy prices. You want to sell prices? Join the Discord. So if you guys actually have Amazon Prime as well, you can actually get a free monthly gaming pack from EA. All you have to do, link your Amazon Prime to your EA Sports account. I'll leave the link down below as to how to do it. And if you actually really appreciate the content on my channel, you can actually sub to me for free on Twitch. I would actually really appreciate that because I've been working really hard, right, to push out all the content for you guys across all the platforms. That's it from me. If you guys enjoyed the video, hit that like button. If you guys want to see more trading videos, you know, how to craft SBCs in a cheaper manner, all the good content on the channel, hit that sub button. Alright, and I'm out. Take care, guys.